Well, NB something. We haven't seen you in a while.
And frankly, that's because there's another place where we can get better will runes, but that's not important right now.
That's for another video.
Let's talk about you.
Today, you're going to have to be satisfied with the 2021 NB10 and NB12 Beginner's Guide.
Because beginners can't go on Lumel.
Cut that.
This wouldn't be an Evan and Seppi video if we didn't start with Fran and Lauren as the basis of every team.
By this point, you should have Fran and Lauren as like the cornerstone of every team you're running in Kairos, and that's not going to change here today. We're going to give you teams with monsters that you should have at this point.
And the best thing is you can use them from NB10 and then transition into NB12 still using those two beautiful monsters.
And now with the repeat battle system, you're going to be spending even less time in NB10 than ever before. So we're only going to give you one team for it today, and then we're going to move on to NB12 and some upgrades therein. But first, let's talk about auto-targeting. When you hit the mid-boss, you're going to want to focus down the mid-boss himself and not worry about the ads on the side, because Lauren will make sure that he never really gets a turn.
When we get to the boss, you're going to... Do you want that to show? Or
Me rubbing my nose? I guess I'm okay with
it. Dude, killing my concentration.
Where's my...
Dude!
Oh.
It's your own phone making noises. Pause the recording.
Can't stop the recording. Wait. Keep it rolling. We'll just resync.
Okay.
Where were we?
When we got to the boss, you want to focus the imprisoned soul because it's very dangerous if he takes the...
Do you want an assist on the goal?
If he takes the monster that deals the most damage on your team, it's very dangerous. It can kill someone.
That was great. That was perfect. Okay, let's talk about NB10. Your leader is going to be Lapis, the Water Magic Knight. Hopefully you didn't feed her. Followed by Fran and Lauren. Colleen.
If by any chance you have a Colleen, you can use her. And on the last spot, maybe Crow, Shangfei, or any other damage dealer. But remember, it has to be the slowest one, so it hits last, and boom, pops the boss. If the last one is Shangfei, on the other hand, you want the multi-hit to go before to break the shield.
And for your damage dealing unit, you want to make sure they're not so slow that they get cut by the boss.
NB something. We're finally here. You got to B12, and now you ask yourself, do I have enough damage to kill this boss? Probably not. That's why we're going to suggest this very safe team for you.
Zhongfei is once again your leader with a defense lead of 33%.
Or Lapis with the attack lead, if you're feeling spicy.
Lauren and Fran are still here, and then followed by Rauk and Crow as your damage dealers. Now, a reasonable upgrade for this team is going to be taking out whichever you use between Lapis and Zhongfei and throwing in another damage dealer, like a second Rauk.
Or maybe even a Shaman if you got lucky enough to have that beautiful bird.
Shaman would be amazing. He deals bonus damage against Dark, so he's great here. And finally, if you happen to have that guy... For the second team that we're recommending today, we've got Ergar as your leader if you happen to have him. Fran and Lauren are still here, and then Rauk and Crow.
And this team is extra safe, not only because you have two attack buffs, lots of heals coming in from these two amazing support monsters, but also it works 100% with Evan's runes, so it should work with yours.
I was about to say attack, no, targeted. And it's made extra safe because ideally your Rauk and your Crow are runed on HP slot 6 so that they can take a few hits. Lauren and Fran should both be the first to move on your team, but considering that the boss puts a cap on how fast your monsters can move once you reach the boss stage, speed is not that big of a deal. Mostly you should be aiming for stats. Make sure they've got plenty of HP so they can take a hit, and in Lauren's case especially, a little bit of accuracy.
Lapis on the other hand, since you don't have a lot of damage on your team, should be on crit damage to try to help to bring this boss HP down. The same can be said for Ergar if you're using him as a lead. A support Ergar will make your runs way slower. So attack crit damage attack or attack crit damage HP to guarantee he's gonna survive will be your best choice.
I have mine ruined on fight right now, and that's going great.
And last but not least, if you can put some revenge runes on your monsters, it's gonna help a lot to break that shield and also put debuffs so more people like Crow, for example, can deal lots of damage.
In case you were wondering, the twins are still really good in NB12. 4 twins and a Colleen or a Fran will get you very far.
And if you're a little bit mid to late game and maybe you have a Trickaroo over there hanging around, you can also use it with only Shaman or with Astar, Shaman, Astar, and Lucian. Any of those combinations is extremely safe, lots of damage, and under 1 minute.
And See you in 2022.
See you whenever you get better runes for a Lamel.
Yeah, for a Lamel guy. Bye, we love you.